All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about a really powerful way to reframe how you deal with unhappiness, all based on our source material. It's this idea of shifting your focus from that one thing that's going wrong to the 1,000 things that are going right.
You know that feeling, right? That kind of nagging sense that even when everything is technically okay, something just feels off. That feeling is really at the core of what we're going to unpack today.
So to get started, I want you to do a little mental experiment with me. Let's just take a quick inventory of all the things that in this very moment are going perfectly right for you. And we'll start with the super basics.
I mean, think about it. You're watching this right now, which means you can see.
And you're listening to my voice so you can hear. And you can probably speak, get your thoughts out into the world, connect with people using words. I mean, these are incredible gifts we're using every single second, usually without even thinking about it.
And what about your body? It gives you this amazing freedom you probably take for granted. You could walk around, type on a keyboard, hold a cup of coffee. Your most basic needs for survival? They're probably met. You have food and water available, probably without a second thought. And chances are you're in a safe place right now. You've got a roof over your head, giving you a fundamental level of security from the world. Look, the point is, the list of things that are working just fine in your life isn't just long, it's practically endless. We have barely even scratched the surface.
Okay, so here's the big question. With this massive foundation of things going right, why do we feel unhappy? If all these core pillars of life are solid, what's really the problem?
Now let's zoom in on that. Let's try and pinpoint that single source of frustration. What's that one thing that's casting a shadow over everything else?
Think about what's making you unhappy right now. Is it really on the same level as the fundamental blessings we just talked about? Is it some kind of catastrophic loss?
For most of us, most of the time, the answer is a pretty clear no. The cause of our frustration usually isn't about losing something that's essential for our actual survival or well-being.
And this really shows the huge imbalance, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this immense, stable foundation of well-being. And on the other side, well, usually it's just something that didn't go according to our plan, an expectation that got violated.
So this is the crucial part. If the external thing that happened is often pretty minor compared to all our blessings, what's actually causing the pain? Let's identify the real culprit here.
And there you have it. The source material says our unhappiness doesn't really come from the event itself. It comes from the friction between reality and our deeply held belief that things should go our way. It's an internal conflict.
And recognizing that internal conflict leads us to a core, unchangeable truth about how the world actually works.
This is the central idea from our source. It's a simple sense, but it's incredibly profound. The universe is not designed to cater to our individual wishes. Other people have their own plans, and events have their own momentum.
And it's so important to see this not as a negative or cynical way to look at the world, but simply as the operating system of reality. It's the neutral, default state. Things not going our way isn't a bug, it's a feature.
So, if we accept this fundamental rule, that the world doesn't just bend to our will, what does that mean for us? Where does that leave our happiness?
Well, if your happiness depends on things going your way, you're locking yourself into this exact cycle. An event happens that you can't control, it violates your expectation, you become unhappy, and then you just wait for the cycle to repeat. It's a trap.
And this part is key. You can't solve this internal problem with external solutions. More money, a better job, a new relationship. None of that will change the fundamental rule of the world. The cycle is just going to continue.
So let's ask the final question. If this is the mental model you operate with, that your happiness is totally conditional on the world behaving exactly as you expect, what's the logical outcome?
And this is the provocative conclusion from our source material. It's a stark warning. By tying our well-being to something we fundamentally cannot control, the world going our way, we are, by definition, setting ourselves up for a lifetime of frustration. The real question, then, isn't how to change the world, it's how to change our expectations.